here is, I think, the two utilities of what is being delivered through the G20 in this meeting, and possibly three. One is, in the absence of the G20, which is the only international gathering really which brings Xi Jinping, the Chinese president, and the US president regularly together each year, it at least ensures that whatever the state of the US-China bilateral relationship, that these two heads of government and heads of state have the opportunity to meet, and without having to construct the pretext of having a separate bilateral visit to each other's countries. In other words, it regularizes normal summit diplomacy. I think the second utility of this gathering is that Putin actually found it too hot to handle, because he knew that he'd be in a minority of probably two in the room, himself with some significant but not complete support from Xi Jinping. And therefore, the sight of so many countries around the world gathered at head of government level, delivering a reasonably uniform, not totally uniform position on Ukraine, reflects the force of much of international opinion on the war. And the third thing is, looking at the repair job to the global institutions, which is long overdue, the one small encouraging element in the subtext of the Chinese readout is a reauthorization for official level collaboration between the US and China in two or three areas. One is global financial, global macroeconomic stability. The second is trade. The third, I think, is food security. And most critically, the fourth is climate. And within about half an hour of the latter being announced, you had John Kerry and Xie Zhenhua off of the blocks meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh, having been put into the freezer room effectively at the period immediately following the Pelosi visit.